Hi everybody, I'm Dawn Everett, and Ms. Joyner asked if I would be willing to give an update for the English 2 Civics team. I'm at a PCVA faculty meeting this morning, so I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you. We just finished our second year working on increasing problem-solving skills and critical thinking through direct reading instruction. Last year, our focus was implementing the common writing rubric and examining students' abilities to share their thinking through writing. Our team determined last year that transferring thinking into written form was the first critical thinking skill we wanted to examine. This year, we continued using the common writing rubric very successfully, but we did spend a lot of our time examining how we are teaching reading in our classes. Ultimately, we found ourselves in the age-old will versus skill debate. There were two specific readings from this year that impacted our work. Let's see. The first one is by Natalie Wexler, who posits that reading comprehension strategies are taught in isolation without adding the knowledge component necessary to understand more difficult text. She suggests that skill-focused instruction is only good for a short time, and without the knowledge necessary to understand a text, no skill instruction will overcome the reading deficiency. And that really struck home with us because one of the problems we face in both English 2 and Civics is that most students don't have the common background knowledge necessary to engage with the more complex text we're trying to teach. Now, this isn't any kind of slam against previous teachers because we know that background knowledge was either specifically taught or it's a background knowledge that just comes from being a reading, thinking, engaged person in society. This reading really gave us some calls for how do we address that deficiency. And one of the things we realize is that we're spending a lot of time trying to address the deficiency and not being able to move forward with the reading. The other text that we will continue working through this year, there we go, is Reading Nonfiction by Beers and Probst. We discussed the 5 signposts that critical readers will pay attention to in the text, and these are contrast and contradictions, extreme or absolute language, numbers and statistics, quoted words, and word gaps. The conclusion of our discussion was that we do teach these ideas, but we teach them in isolation. As we see it in the text, oh, did you notice here what the author was doing? Or, did you see how the author was comparing this idea to that idea? And what we're not doing is teaching the signpost and then bringing in the text. So this year we will examine how to specifically teach students to look for these signposts in the readings. And we will also work through the last part of the book, focusing on reading strategies versus activities. This year we will also engage in more specific data collection and analysis so that hopefully we can draw some definitive conclusion about our team's work over the past 3 years. Thank you.